More fresh powder on the way. In fact, we have several chances to see accumulating snow across parts of the region, and every single storm we're tracking promises a little bit of something for everyone. Starting with Thursday morning storm. So this one moving in tonight, leading to unsettled conditions, slippery travel for our Thursday morning. By Friday night, here comes another shot of snow, but this one promises to impact points south of Philadelphia, so South Jersey along the Jersey Shore. And then Sunday morning, the GFS model is signaling we could see something, but right now that signal remains relatively weak. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first snow chance, which happens later on tonight and into tomorrow. It does start off as rain, so on the onset of this system, it will be warm enough that a lot of us will start off with a little bit of rain, and then as cold air begins to move in, that's going to allow for this precip to transition into periods of snow. And by 6 a.m. in the morning, just about everyone is seeing a little something. And notice as we move the clock forward, it's all snow, and then it's out of here as early as 1 o'clock. How much snow are we talking? Anywhere between 1 to 3 inches, especially Philadelphia, I-95 points south and east. Our immediate suburbs out towards the west, that's where we could see 1 to 3. So it's not a whole lot of snow, but it will be enough to coat the roads and make things slippery for your Thursday morning commute. Light but steady snow, that's what we'll be tracking for tomorrow morning. And then an Arctic blast of air begins to move in as we approach Thursday, and that'll send our temperatures down into the teens by Thursday night.
Welcome back, everyone. It's a pretty mild day out there right now, but enjoy it while you can, because tomorrow will be a different story.
Yeah, our region will be seeing some snow as we look towards the end of the work week. Meteorologist Llarisa Abreu back now with more on when that system will start to move in. Llarisa.
It's mild out there right now. It's also quite breezy, but yeah, a difference in our forecast as a pattern change begins to unfold for us. So enjoy this one-day warm-up, because take a look at this Arctic air that lives right now out towards the middle of the country. This will be heading our way as we head towards tomorrow, Thursday, and this is just what we're going to see, just very bitterly cold conditions here in the next 24 hours. We're also dealing with this system, not quite dealing with it yet, but as this system gets closer and that cold air draws in, when the two meet, yeah, we're talking snow. We're talking snow as we head towards tomorrow. For tonight, though, it's scattered rain. That's going to develop after midnight tonight with temperatures in the 30s. So no freezing rain. We don't have to worry about that as temperatures remain above freezing for tonight. Not as cold compared to yesterday, and winds still noticeable out of the west at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Timing it out for you, this is a low impact storm, but nonetheless, you want to drive slow during tomorrow morning commute, and you also want to take it easy out there as we're going to be tracking rain. This is at midnight, and then that rain begins to slowly transition to more of a wintry mix as that cold air begins to spill in. This is 4 a.m. in the morning. It's still raining along I-95. It's still raining out towards South Jersey, our western suburbs, Lehigh Valley, out towards Lancaster County, Chester County included. You can see a rain-snow mix, and then as the morning gets going, that's when we will see all of this precip slowly transition to all snow. So we're thinking accumulating snow between the hours of 7 and noon, and then this system is out of here by early morning. So here's what you need to plan for. Just a slick morning commute, as we are going to see rain transition to snow during the height of the morning commute. That rain to snow mix, and then of course just snow, falling temperatures during the afternoon. So it's going to go from temperatures in the 30s to temperatures in the 20s by the afternoon. So a drop in those temps, and then bitterly cold air arrives for Thursday night, and that'll give way to a incredibly cold Friday. This is what the 7 days look like. Today, mild, breezy, and quiet. By tomorrow, Thursday, we're tracking early morning snow. Temperatures climb to 35, and then they drop. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll be in the 20s, and overnight, we're back down to the teens. On Friday, it'll be raw, breezy, cold. Saturday is going to be the next chance to watch snow, and right now, it does look like the snow stays east of Philadelphia, primarily out towards South Jersey and the shore.
Oh boy. Thank you, Llarisa. Appreciate it. Stockton University.
This morning you see the roadways slick. We have some raindrops on our camera this morning because we are off to a wet, a damp, a soggy start to this Monday.
A little bit of drizzle.
That's
At least it's not like yesterday. That was the downpour.
Yeah, yesterday was awful. Meteorologist Llarisa Abreu is back with our next weather forecast.
And it's the area of low pressure that keeps on giving, because while today, right now, we're seeing heavier rain out towards New Jersey, by the time tomorrow rolls in, we're going to be dealing with rain, some of it heavy. In fact, tomorrow kind of looks like what we saw yesterday. And I am going to show you future weather just to walk you through what I am expecting. Our weather threats, well, they remain the same. High winds, coastal flood concerns, heavy rain, rip currents, high waves. Those are all things we can check off again on this Monday. Here's a current look at what's happening. Philadelphia, I-95. It's just light but steady rainfall. You can see some heavier rain in Burlington County, Gloucester County, New Jersey. And this is streaming north and west, if you will. So Philly, we're going to be tapping in on some of that heavier rain within the next half an hour or so. But a lot of you are seeing rain to start off your Monday. And it's also cool and breezy out there. A lot of us are also waking up to temperatures in the 40s. That'll be the case through the majority of this Monday morning. Here's a look at 9:30. Notice how I-95 at that time kind of looking a little bit better. Certainly our north and western communities will be drier at this time, but it's still going to be raining out towards South Jersey. So southern neighborhoods, because of the proximity of that area of low pressure, I do suspect you're going to be in and out of rainfall pretty much all day. Now, as we head towards noon, again, some of you may be seeing rain. If you find yourself north and west, chances are you're just dreary, misty, and then that rain kind of fills back in as we approach the evening hours. So it does look like your evening commute back home may be a damp one. We continue to move the clock forward, and you guessed it, more heavy rain spills in through the overnight hours, and that'll be the case for the majority of our Tuesday morning. In fact, we're going to be tracking downpours here Tuesday morning, continuing into Tuesday afternoon. It's not until Wednesday that this system finally departs, and that's what's going to lead to drier conditions come Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday, Friday look amazing. Then we continue that dry streak, but notice how temperatures come back down significantly. We're back in the 50s on Saturday. We do rebound into the 60s by Sunday.
It is a next weather alert day because of the storm surge that we're expecting, with the high tide coming in later today, and it's windy out there as well.
It's a mess.
Yeah, it's just a mess out there. Rainy, windy, you name it. It's cool as well. We're only staying in the 50s this afternoon, so I hope you brought your coats. You'll need it if you're heading out the door in the next several minutes. You'll also need the umbrella, not only today, in fact, for the rest of today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, not the rest of the week. There's actually a nice silver lining in that forecast. I want to start us off, though, with the shore. Here's a look. Here's Margay, and you can see how ominous the clouds are. You can also see how rough the seas are, and that's exactly what brings me to my next slide. Atlantic City, high tides. The next one is at 2:18 this afternoon. Tomorrow's high tide is at 3:30, and Wednesday's high tide is at 4:36. Now, I'm reading off these times to you because each of the next several afternoons, high tides will be closing in on almost 5 feet above sea level. That's problematic, especially for low-lying areas, which is why we bring you this so that you can, well, use caution and heed to those advisories. Here's a couple things that we're tracking next. We just showed you that live look. It is gusty out there. That's going to continue here through the rest of today and into tomorrow, with heavy rain in the forecast tomorrow morning. Of course, we have that coastal flood threat. We just brought you those times. Please heed advisories. And then we're also tracking when the sun returns. And yes, the sun will return. Here's a culprit. It's an area of low pressure that's along the coast, and this is what's shoving in all of this moisture. Remember, areas of low pressure have a counterclockwise rotation to them, so you can kind of see how the moisture is moving inland. And that's exactly what's expected, not only today, but even as we head towards tonight and tomorrow. Let's go ahead and time out this storm for you. 3 o'clock, it shows the rain beginning to increase in coverage and in intensity. And during the evening home, it's not going to be a fun one. We're talking rain, some of it pretty steady in some spots. That heavier rain begins to move in through the overnight tonight. and that'll be the case here first thing Tuesday morning. This is 6 a.m. Widespread heavy rainfall. This is certainly going to impact your morning commute, so you want to budget enough time for that. This is why we've issued a next weather alert day, because this is going to fall during the height of the commute. 9 a.m. it's still raining pretty heavily out there, and then during the afternoon it does turn more scattered, but nonetheless still unsettled, with even scattered showers here on Wednesday. We finally begin to see drier air move in. This is late in the day on Wednesday, and that drier air will help erode some of that deep and thick cloud cover. How much rain we're talking? Well, it's beneficial rain, but of course it's coming all at once. We could be picking up anywhere between 1 to possibly 2 inches in some spots, closer to 3 to 4 if you find yourself along the Jersey Shore. So once again, beneficial rain altogether. We continue with our next weather alert day through Tuesday. Wednesday, it's just the morning we have to watch for, and then conditions do turn brighter, sunnier, warmer Thursday, Friday, and we are trending slightly cooler for this upcoming weekend.
Thank you, Larice. Appreciate it. Well, we've got a lot in the works.